start it over while he's recording.
All right.
Let's do this.
1,
Let's
2.
just go back. All right, so now, let's get back here, hold on a second. Go back to the main. All right, here we are at the main. This is where we started. Okay, to run a test, we'll come in here and we'll push the test button.
All right.
Now we're going to push this, which enters the 0.
All right. You push the test button first, and that one there the second.
Yep.
Test button, push the second button. Okay.
Now we move over a position, we put in a 0. We move over a position, we put in a 0. We move over a position, we put in a 0. We got 4 zeros now. So now we have our password.
All right.
Now it says okay, we say okay. Okay, now it's asking us type of test. We can either do a start the test right now, but that would be an unloaded test.
Right.
Since you're wanting to do a loaded test, we got an arrow down. We arrow down, now it says loaded test. And we push the start button, and then that starts the test. At any point, we can push this main button, and it goes right back. So here we are again, back in the beginning. So again, just to roll through it, we walk up here, and we go test, zero.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay. Let me just come out of here then.
First, and right there. Second.
Yep, and he's gonna have it on his phone here too. So here we are in the beginning again, because it does time out. Test,
Right.
0,
Okay.
over 1, 0, over 1, 0, over 1, 0.
That third button's like your enter button.
Right. All we're doing is entering in position. So now we got all 4 zeros.
Okay.
We hit OK. Now we could start the test now by just hitting start if we wanted, but we don't want to do that because you want to do it
okay,
loaded.
this one right here.
Yep.
Then hit fourth.
But if you're wanting to run it loaded, it asks you for type of test. See, it says now it says loaded, and then we start the test. That's all there is to it. Let me walk you through it where you can do it once. I think it'll make a lot of sense to you.
Yeah, I can do it a few times.
Yep. Go ahead and hit that test button. Come over there.
Second one.
Move over 1.
1,
Hit. Now come back here again. Move over again.
3,
Come back.
4,
One more.
4.
Okay, 4 zeros. Now
Okay.
go to see where it says OK.
Okay.
Okay, now don't push it. But what it's going to do, if you push it right now, because it defaults to an unloaded test,
Right.
you want to go to a loaded test.
Right.
So you want to hit this arrow down button right here.
Then hit first button. Okay.
Okay, so hit that button. Okay, now it's telling you type of test, it's loaded. So you can do one of two things. And what I do now is just hit the start button, and you've got your test.
Just hit fourth button.
Where it just says start the test.
Okay.
So now you're good. What it'll do is it will start the test, it'll get the generator running,
Right.
it'll transfer the transfer switch, it's going to take any of the loads that are in the hospital that are on this switch, and it's going to put it onto the generator. So you got a fully loaded test. So that's doing everything you want. This thing gives you all kinds of options. What this button here is doing, because you got 3 options here. This starts the test, which is what you would have just done.
After I push that start button, I ain't got to do nothing else.
You just
Go out
walk
there to
away.
the generator, you know. Usually we'll wait about 10 or 15 minutes till it gets kind of built up, and go out there and start checking the load on it. I have something.
Yep. Yep, that's all you got to do. If you get in here at any point and you go, man, I forgot my sequence, Always look for this button that says main.
Right.
If you hit the main button, that takes you back to the beginning. So that's your home plate, if you will.
So in other
Home,
words,
main,
hit main, if you stay,
yep, takes you home.
you can start over.
Yep. And then if you're wondering, you've always got this button over here to the side that's got this little arrow down. What
That
that's,
main's that for second one.
uh-huh, main's right there. This arrow down button, all that does is it just gives you more options.
Okay.
So if you hitting it now, it's just telling you more stuff you can do. But there again, no matter how many times I get deeper into this thing, I hit my main button, I'm back home.
Okay.
The transfer switch is really simple.
This is the only transfer switch right
It's
here?
the only one y'all have. If utility's present, you're gonna have this light lit up. If the generator's running, you're gonna have a red light right here. You can have both of them on at the same time. If you do, the transfer switch will ignore the generator because it always wants to be on utility power. What you will never have is this light and the one across from it on at the same time, because it's either gonna be in an emergency position or it's gonna be in a generator position. So, don't sweat it. Like when we were running the generator out there earlier before we came in here, if somebody would have been standing here, they would have seen a green light here that utility's present, a green light here, the transfer switch is on utility, but they would have seen a red light here that the generator was running.
Right.
So, that's all we have there. But, you can come through here too, and you can look at all kinds of events in these things. Like right here, it's telling you, what our voltage is from utility. If we wanted to scroll down further and we wanted to look at this stuff, there again, arrow down always means I want to look deeper into that. So there you are looking at your particular
Well,
phases.
would it tell the amps
It
and
will.
everything too?
Well, it won't tell you your amps, but you can calculate it.
So I have to go outside and look at the amps. Okay. All right.
But it does give you all your voltages.
Okay.
And then
See,
there
we gotta record the volts on every phase and the amps.
amps on every phase. Yeah, you
So
pick
all we
it
can do that is to go out there, right?
up. You know what? No, you can pick it up here. You can pick it up right here. There again, all I did was hit the main to get back into here. So now I'm looking at 480.
I see sometimes it's like 490 volts or something like that.
Mm-hmm. There we go. So here, we're at 497, we're at 498, 499, so we're running just a little bit high. Nothing real heavy.
That's it. Okay.
Now we're looking at our lower lag.
And what about the amps? Does it show for the amps? You have to go out there and look
I
at it.
think we gotta go out there, I'm just trying to make sure this
All
one,
of that's
not all of them do.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll just go out there and look.
yeah, that one, you wanna go out and look at that. If you have, this one's all, it's not all buttoned up. If you have any kind of outage, obviously, we're the local distributor.
We're gonna locate it at
We are right up by the airport. We're over around
Arlington Airport.
DFW. We're over off like 161 and 183.
All right.
On my card, not my cell phone number, but the main number, that number is answered 24/7. So if for some reason you get service issue, dial that number. If it's a daytime, you'll get a body typically, or you'll come through the scroll through and it'll tell you to hit 3 or 2 for service, and you'll get somebody that'll dispatch. After hours, what happens is it goes to a technician on call. If that technician's out, it'll scroll to the next one. The one thing they'll ask you, there's not a whole lot to do here. Here's your manuals. They've still got them left in here. But they'll ask you for a model and serial number. Here's where you pick up that information. There's your model number. It's that number right there. There's your serial number.
All right.
So that's the only thing they'll ask you, and then you're good to go. When we go back out, let me show you where it is on the gen set as well.
All right.
You'll need that for your warranty work.
Okay. It's a year warranty on it.
I know it's a year. This one might have Now, this one's 5-year.
5-year warranty?
5-year warranty. So, you will be able to contact us for any warranty issues.